Biggest achievement so far is probably Commonwealth silver in 2018 and having the gold medal weight on the bar. I currently have the British snatch record at 101 kilos and I'm working on getting the clean and jerk record. I'm close, but soon. So as well as being a weightlifter, I actually coach weightlifting as well, so I run an online business called Wisdom for Weightlifting. I try and work it that my programs are staggered throughout the week, so generally my morning is program writing, and then that leaves me like the rest of the day to focus on my training.
You distract me from my work.
Truffles is 12, she's my family dog, so we'll take her out for a walk and just spend some time with her and kind of some downtime. I'm not that strict at the minute with my diet because I'm quite far out from competition. Like I've not got to be too cautious on my body weight, and I'm lucky that, you know, I sit quite comfortably around my weight class. I don't got to worry from that aspect. I kind of keep it mixed up, make it just a variety of red meat, white meat, fish, nothing crazy really. It's nice to have a little bit of quiet time where you focus on just that, and I enjoy like cooking for people as well, like having friends over, and I mean I really enjoy baking, but I can't really do that often because then I would be like in the super heavyweight class. I like food with a lot of flavour in it. Like some people can just quite happily eat like plain chicken and rice and stuff like every day, but that's not for me. Like my food has to have a lot of flavour in it. So my favourite thing post weigh-in is chocolate spread sandwich and then bags of sweets. We're just off to the gym now. Today I've actually got both of the competition lifts. Not particularly heavy because I'm just getting back into training from the Worlds, so we'll see how that goes. My body's a little bit sore today, but still got to get it done. Do you know what the thing I find hardest about training is all the stuff that is technically not training, like all the stretching and the mobility and the accessory work. The boring stuff that makes you a good athlete but isn't the stuff that is exciting. That's the stuff that's a bit of a slog. Weightlifting has changed my life unbelievably. Started weightlifting when I was at university, training to become a PE teacher, just doing what everyone else does between the ages of like 18 and 21. Just expected that was that, and I was going to graduate and go into teaching, and then that would be my life with a little bit of sport alongside. And now weightlifting is my life, like completely. I didn't know what weightlifting was 10 years ago, so to have done a full circle on it and it now be my life, be my job, be my hobby, like everything, it's unreal and still doesn't seem quite real some days. In my spare time to get me away from weightlifting, I do actually compete in pageants. So last year I won Miss Intercontinental England and went to the Philippines for the world final, which was kind of cool. Very different to weightlifting. You know, I use my weightlifting as a platform to say girls can lift weights and still look feminine. I was bullied as a kid for being muscular when I did gymnastics, so to now be even more muscly but so comfortable in my own skin, it's kind of like somewhere there's another 11-year-old like I was that's feeling a little bit insecure about himself, so I just put myself out there to be like, look, it doesn't matter what everyone else thinks, like you can do whatever you want to do. My biggest thing that I want is to be Olympic champion, so that's the goal, and Commonwealth champion too. After being so close to the gold medal last time, the next Commonwealth Games is in Birmingham, so to do a home games on to get that gold medal would be pretty cool. Weightlifting movements happen too quickly to think about technical stuff, like they're over in the blink of an eye. So competition time, it's just about having the mindset of trusting the process and trusting everything you've done in training and kind of just letting it happen. It's so easy to see progress with weightlifting because you can see the weights going up on the bar and lifting more weight and technique improving, so it's kind of cool just to see that progress. So I actually first got into weightlifting back in 2011, and it's kind of been a little bit of a whirlwind since then really. Something that I never expected to do, but here I am. I mean, back then weightlifting wasn't cool, so you could turn up to a national championships and win a medal because there was 3 people in your weight class. Whereas these days it's a little bit harder. It's a bit like normal people leaving a job. Like, you don't really have any emotions to it either way. You've been there, you've done it, you've got it done, and it's part of the process, and on to the next day or the next thing, which is generally a feeling most of the time. And then obviously you do have some of your sessions where you have an absolute worldie and you leave like, I'm the man.
Oh, you broke it! I mean, I feel like you break anything.
So I try and see my physio once a week. Generally, it's just to kind of check in on stuff. Touch wood, I don't really have any injuries as such at the minute, but we're working on some imbalances and stuff to try and fix some stuff that hopefully will prevent any injuries in the future. And then sometimes I just go and see her just to get like my legs flushed out and a bit of a massage and just keep everything in check.
It's alright at the minute. Little bits of it are gristly, but she's been alright to me at the minute. So she, in a second, and you see me kind of wins. Oh.
Yeah. I always try and see her the day before rest day so that then she can go a little bit deeper into the muscle tissue, and it means the next day my body can recover a little bit. Like if she's been in my calves, like the next day I can barely walk.
I mean, it's not pleasant. I wouldn't say it's painful, but I can't say I'm enjoying it.
I realised the difference that it did make just on my recovery and my body just feeling more like alive, which long term is obviously only going to have a positive effect.
Oh.
Hello, baby. Hello. Hello.
There's nothing better than walking in the door to a dog that's happy to see you when you're winding down after a training session or whatever. You know, you sit in front of the TV with the dog and it's just like life just stops and calms down for a little bit. So I feel like I'm constantly on the go. So to have that kind of calming influence is quite nice. The next thing for me is I am off to China in December for an Olympic qualifying event. So I'm currently around 6th in the world rankings for my weight category, and you need a top 8 in the world per weight category to be selected for the Olympics. So at the minute it's looking alright.